Hey, good evening. Welcome to Larry Talk, another program here on TV4. And this evening we're talking about consciousness when it affects music. So we're talking about conscious music, reggae music, because you know a lot of consciousness is involved when it comes to reggae music. And I don't know if I should say it like this. Well, welcome, brethrens and sistrins, to Tinkal Larry Talk on TV4 here in the Jamdong Studios here. Ras, man. So sometimes it is associated, it is perceived that it is associated, that is the way you speak when it comes to consciousness and reggae music. You switch and you sing it and you speak that way, you sing that way. But maybe the guys who are here this evening will correct me if I'm wrong. And I'd like to welcome, I'm going to introduce from my left, I would like to introduce Soul Man. He's been performing, of course he has a YouTube link. You can check out some of Soul Man's music, and when you look at him and when you hear him, you will wonder where has he been all this time. Also joining us this evening, Marley Palmer, who has been performing from a very, very young age, and there's so much to find out about this young gentleman who is on the cusp of hitting it big right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And JL, well, there's so much we're going to find out about JL, who seems mystery at this point in time. But looking at the gentleman, and we would love to hear some of what he has to offer Trinidad and Tobago, I believe you have a treat. So talking consciousness and reggae music and Tinkal. But of course, if you want to be part of the discussion here this evening on Larry Talk, you can be part of it. You can check us on Facebook at facebook.com/OurTV4, also at gislimited.tt/TV-4. You can follow us on Twitter, friends, #Larry Talk, and our numbers if you want to call up the brethrens and them and, you know, share something, you know, conscious comment or question you want to ask the brethrens and them, because you might be from San Fernando, you know, San Fernando might be a part of Jamaica, I don't know, but we're going to find out. man from Arima. So if you want to call us, the number is 675-8747, 675-8749. So I want to jump right in because we're talking consciousness, and I want to begin with you. What is your definition of consciousness truly?
Consciousness is really awareness. When you're conscious of something, you're aware of something. So in terms of with music or with a message, it's awareness of something or some certain level. Some people it may be the way the world is running. Some people it may be something else. But for me, it's a level of a spiritual thing now. Mm-hmm. So when you're consciousness and awareness is the message of consciousness that I have, that I believe and I bring is a spiritual message then.
Really? So Jill, I want to ask, I mean, how conscious are you? Because you know, you're giving me the look there, and you have the look of the young, conscious, trendy musician,
new
generation type look. You know, how conscious are you?
Conscious am I? Is a hard question. Not hard, but kind of difficult, but how conscious I am. I'm conscious and aware about, as you say, is our awareness. And being in the know about everything around you. Being in the know about people younger than you, older than you, and how conscious I am. Mm-hmm. Also, it's a trick question, boy. Put me on spot there, boy. By consciousness, it helps me to help other people who's not as fortunate as me, guide them in certain situation, because around my area, many of the youths come to me because knowing that I may have the experience and I'm older than them, they come to me for a little talk, a little guidance in which way to go and which way to choose when they have a situation or problem. And that's how conscious I am.
You know, when it comes to being an artist also, your name is also very important, Marley. And you know, you have a very powerful name that is also very popular around the world when you're associated with the Marley family. That is like a legacy. Marley Palmer. People will always remember Marley, and you have a lot to live up to. Do you feel that pressure on you sometimes when you say, so youth man, what's your name? They say, my name Marley, you know, and we're not trying to mock it, but because you know, do you feel that there's a lot of pressure on you, you know, coming in with a name like Marley?
Well, I would say, yeah, well, after the great legendary Robert Nesta Marley, Jamaican superstar musician, yes, people look up to me as, you know, when they hear my name, yeah, this man is reggae. But this man have a lot to offer. Yeah, I dabble in different genres of music. I do all different sorts of music, dancehall, even soca, parang and all I do. I do.
So it's like a reggae parang, or just or soca parang?
Well, I
Because
do
they're different.
soca
Parang has,
yeah.
you know, it has changed because we call it soca parang, but it has changed so much that there are different flavors now of it because Bongo Spear gave us a kind of reggae parang thing
Yeah.
there. So I mean, I don't know.
That Chinese parang as well.
Parang, look at that. So you have parang.
Yeah. But as you said earlier about the name Marley, when people look at me, they see reggae because of the name. But I have a lot more to offer. Yeah.
So what about in terms of the name that you have to represent you? The name should represent the artist at the same point in time. So when people hear the name, they should be able to say, yeah, he looking like a soul man. You know, was it difficult in choosing the name for yourself?
No, actually, it was a very organic thing because my last name is Solis. And it's Soulman, S-O-L-M-A-N, right? So it's soul like the sun. But, you know, Brethren used to always call me Soulman since young and thing, you know, but with the vibes that I give him with music is, it has that kind of soul feeling, you know, it's soul, and the sun is soul, is light, is awareness, and that kind of thing. So it just kind of fits. It came natural, like I said.
When we're talking about, you know, there's fusion and everything that we're doing, you know, named, you know, there's a connection wherever. You as a local reggae artist, as a local Trinidad and Tobago artist singing reggae music, or you're just a musician across the board?
Just a musician across the board. Music is global, international. People from all race and culture gravitate towards music. So music is not only local, music is universal,
Worldwide.
international, worldwide, global, as you may call it. So music is right through.
How do you get your? Are you a writer also, or do you
I am
perform?
a writer, performer, but inspiration really come from some persons I look up to, or sometimes you're sleeping, but most of the time your inspiration comes at night, mainly because it's quiet and I get time to think.
So you ain't trying to sleep at all? Right?
Well, you can say that.
Once those ideas come in at night.
Once those ideas come in, you know, sometimes I'll take my phone, go on my phone.
And record.
I just don't want to lose that because there's be some good ideas coming, so you record. Or you got it one time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you write a song in half an hour or less. You write a song because of the vibes.
It depends on how the melody come too.
Yeah.
You know, mystical music is a mystical thing, you know. It come from above, it come from the Almighty. So when it
It
comes
could
to
come
you,
from Atabanka too. It could come.
I think that's where most of the hits come from.
I
for
mean,
real.
I
Yes,
told
yes.
Soul Man, I mean, when you look, Usher had Atabanka and he wrote a complete album out of
Exactly.
that. But it's
Exactly.
based on the experience. It could be out of a sad experience. You could turn it around and you could come with something positive out of that.
Out of it,
And
yeah.
sometimes we take the positive experiences also and we create, and it allows us to be even more positive and creative in
And
terms
music
of...
is an emotional. When you're creating music, it's an emotional expression really. All art is really some form of emotional expression at some level. So any experience that you have is emotional at some level.
Emotional, yeah.
Whether it's real intense or if you're just happy and you feel like writing a dancing song kind of thing. But Tabanka is a really emotional experience. Losing somebody.
What really motivates you then in that sense? Because you get different ideas and you might say, well, okay, no, I can't go with that, I can't go with that. Is there a signature from Soul Man that he is really known for when in terms of your sound? People say, yes, that is signature to you, which will differentiate yourself from Marley, from JL.
My music tends to be on a very spiritual kind of note. Over the last 2-3 years, I've been on a kind of journey myself now, you know. And a lot of the music, a lot of the inspiration for me has come from nature. You know, being in the forest alone and just taking in the trees and taking in the sounds and the peace and the beauty, and music comes from that now. Yeah. But it's kind of evolved from there where, to me, the beauty of nature is connecting you to the beauty of God and the beauty of the Creator, and, you know, spirituality, your soul, your depth and thing. So from that kind of as a connection to just spirituality and understanding a higher awareness of life and beauty and goodness. So my music always has that kind of note now.
And you know, that's funny because you could go into the forest and you could listen to nature.
Yeah.
One like me, a layman like me, I am in the forest, I'm looking out for what is coming for me. So I might be listening out for the sounds, something is coming to take me. But at the same point in time, we get and we pull our inspirations from different places.
Yes.
So it might, as it is for you, how is it for you?
For me, I live way up in Matura. Well, that is a very forested area. Yeah. The river is right behind my house. Nice. So I will, you know, just take up and go down by the river. And you know what I mean? Yes, the vibes is very organic. Yeah. And my vibes is more old school. I more dabble within the old school range of the music now. You know, that more organic, more spiritual, you know, that kind of beat. So when I go down there, I had a, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So melodies, you're hearing bass lines. And,
melodies will come to me. And as my brethren said earlier, he has his phone and he will record his stuff. You know, I don't want to lose that melody. So I will record that stuff and keep that there.
Yeah, we hear about Paul McCartney, the song Yesterday, Beatles Yesterday, it wasn't a song. It's one of the most famous songs, but he actually got that whole song in a dream. He was dreaming, he was sleeping, and in the dream he got the whole melody, and he woke up one time, went to the piano and wrote that melody.
What about the guy who wrote this song about Whiter Shade of Pale? He was on a real dream too when he wrote that song, and it became a massive hit. It still is, and it has been recorded in so many different languages, and also different versions of that song. But what about you, JL? I mean, you know, you seem to have a younger twist and younger flavor to everything.
By most of I just take it from everyday happenings.
Well, between you and me, you know, JL looks like a girl's man on reggae. And I'm not trying to stereotype here, but you have like a girl's man look.
I understand.
A dude's man kind of look, you know.
But getting back to your question, most of my songs, it will come from everyday experiences. The hardship, having a nice time. When you walk around and you see somebody suffering, your sister through hardship coming up, you might have a different experience of life. And I take that and tend to put that in my songs and put my feelings and put my all behind it when I write in Conscious. And
so you could also say reflect society.
Exactly.
In your music too.
And I try my best to do that and have people feel, because bring the real experience in your music and where other people could also relate to.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about fiction in your music. So when somebody hear your music, they'll be like, wow, this, I can relate to this. And it catch them, it hold them. And sometimes that is what makes a song a hit song too. Make your songs a hit song and make you as a known artist, because you bring music that everybody can relate to. And when they relate to it, they'll love it more and more. Yeah,
because it's a spiritual thing too.
Exactly.
You know, and people will gravitate more towards it when it's real and genuine and it comes straight from down within your soul, you know.
Other than you just pick up a pen and paper and say, I want to be a reggae artist, and just start to write like a good man. You know? Because they hear this one singing this one and this one singing this one.
And I have so much of that, I have so much of people doing that way.
But is it like sometimes, you know, when you're writing this song, you're saying, you see this song? I want the mature people to sing along, or I want the children to sing, or I want the girls to sing with me, you know, or I want the crowd to scream when I sing this song? Or is it you're motivated by saying, you see this song, I want people to really think about this song, well, because there's a serious message inside here. And there's so many driving factors, and you guys are, as much as you are similar, you are still different in that sense, you know.
Well, for instance, one of my songs is called Social. You Reap. The viewers, you could go up on YouTube and you could check it out. That song is about karma. I go into daily life and seeing things happening. The things that you do really comes back to haunt you.
Right.
You know, if you do something bad today, you do something good today, somewhere around the bend,
Yeah.
Come
Watch
you will
out.
get,
And they said that.
you
Watch
know,
out, yeah.
that has happened. So I penned this song, and this song was deep thought and deep emotion, and I want people to be very, very thoughtful of the things that they, you know, because what you do really comes back at you. And hearing Granny saying that all the time, you know what I mean?
She can't be wrong, and it's not
Can't
one
be
person
wrong.
telling you. So all of them can't be at the same point in time.
Yeah.
You know, we live in Trinidad and Tobago, and the music to Trinidad and Tobago is calypso, soca.
Soca.
Of course, there are different forms.
Chutney.
Of, chutney. Reggae. Is reggae something that you consider to be indigenous to Trinidad and Tobago also too?
To me, really and truly, reggae, it go 50-50 because it has some good artists coming out from Trinidad, from the reggae section. And it really is piece of dancehall. The dancehall outcome was came from the reggae, and people say it's Jamaica, but to me, Trinidad, we are a mixed society, and I wouldn't say that soca is indigenous to Trinidad and such. It's just we have a mix of different races, so different music will be outcome. That's why it's a hip hop. It's a great hip hop artist. It has soca artists. There's reggae artists. There's even soul jazz artists. So I wouldn't say indigenous. So, and then to music is not really indigenous to any island. I say music is something that's supposed to be worldwide.
True,
because
global, yeah.
the same reggae and dancehall came from the roots is from Jamaica. But when you do check all over the world, people, it's a big bands, big reggae bands that is not basically from Jamaica, but it's from different parts of the world. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that music is indigenous to any island or it's just a worldwide
Yeah,
thing.
music is worldwide, isn't it?
I think reggae especially is a real interesting form of music. I think maybe Jamaica helped to bring it out more into the world awareness. But reggae to me is a human kind of music. It has a natural human feel because it's based all around the heartbeat, which everybody knows. Reggae always starts with the duk, duk,
Which is how you classify your music and your
heartbeat,
sound.
duk, duk. And then when you hear the kind of skank, ching, ching, that's the rhythm of your walking. Ching, ching,
Yeah.
And the one drop is all the rhythm of your heartbeat and the way you walk now. So it's a human music, really.
So and they just put words to that then,
Yeah,
basically.
and with the roots of the music is having a message too. Same thing with calypso and thing. The roots of a lot of Caribbean music, indigenous Caribbean music, is music with a message.
But well, let's talk collaborations. I mean, how you guys feel about collaborating with, maybe fusing the soca, calypso with your music, your sound, your style, and maybe even, linking with some of the artists who are classified or stereotyped as soca artists or calypsonians. Do you see spaces themselves even doing collaborative efforts like that?
I think it's possible. Again, like I say, like my music it has a purpose now, I mean, having fun and celebrating is like a valid purpose and thing in music too. But generally for me, it's more than just that now, So if I collaborating with somebody too, it would be more than just
Collaborate, come together and just sing a song.
Yeah.
But if it is that
something
you view an artist in the soca fraternity who may be classified as, loose terms, a wine and a jam man, who is able to propel you so much faster, and he is giving you an opportunity, knowing who you are and your style, would you pick up that particular offer, or would you stay true to yourself and say that maybe change you, that you have to compromise in some way?
I can't really have a definite yes or no, because the way where I live my life too, I cannot trust what creation brings now, because I really believe that you're guided to certain things for a certain cause too.
Everything happens for a reason.
For a reason, So if the opportunity comes and everything aligns in a certain kind of way, then I would trust creation in that.
And you go with it?
I'll go with it, yeah.
All right. I mean, left to me, you give me the chance and you say, okay, let's go, Mark. I say, well, yeah, man, we're going down the road. Yeah, man, just link it up in the studio and we're going to be there. Anyway, folks, you're watching Larry Talk on TV4. You could also give us a call. Remember the numbers, 675-8747 and 675-8749. We will be back with more on Larry Talk.
fruits of the tree are for us to eat. Even as the summer breeze blows, that you may feel.
At Petrotrin, our corporate social responsibility is an important element to how we do business. We are committed to ensuring corporate kindness is fulfilled externally and internally. At Petrotrin, we are mindful of our role as a responsible state-owned entity, and we are committed to developing programs targeting the social and economic development of our host communities and the nation at large. Petrotrin will continue to foster and maintain close relationships with its various communities, as empowered communities are important for an empowered nation.
We at TV4 believe that sport is not getting the media platform it deserves. Hence the reason we came up with 4 Sports. I'm Wayne Cunningham.
And I'm Gregory McBurney. Are you tired of seeing 5 minutes of sports crammed into a newscast? That's why we here at TV4 dedicate an entire half hour to sport. In-depth analysis, highlights, and even discussion of a trending topic.
4 Sports, weeknights from 7:30 p.m. right here on TV4.
Hi, I'm AP Toussaint, and I invite you to join me Monday to Friday from 3 to 4 p.m. for my show, AP Today. Come be informed and inspired by topics relating to your spirit, mind, and body, only on our TV4.
Join the talk. Tweet the panel using hashtag LowyTalk. Comment on our Facebook page, Our TV4, or call in and share your views. Lowy Talk.
We were meant for each other, forever together. I love the way you're beautiful, I know you're cute, so girl, you are staring at me.
Yeah, man, reggae music.
That was you, Marley. We were hearing that, and Marley was singing along to it. But I was hearing a little soca influence inside there. Some of those licks, it sounded kind of like soca. It sounded that way. I mean, there was a reggae influence, but to me, I was hearing some soca there also.
Okay. Well, you never know what could happen.
I think all of the Caribbean rhythms kind of integrate in a way, you know. The reggae and the soca, calypso and the zouk and everything, it has the same kind of, like, I'm really a drummer, right? I started off by playing drums, so I look at that with rhythms and things, and the actual, just the rhythms of things. And generally, Caribbean music has a similar rhythmic kind of element now, so it could always really integrate and mix and match and things, you know.
Wow,
so you'll hear soca in reggae, you'll hear reggae in soca.
It is so interesting when you look at it, and it's sometimes there's some types or genres that are difficult to really classify, and when I don't know if that is what we would define as world music.
As you said that, on that note, I was listening to Andrew Tanka. Andrew Tanka is a person, music, it spills over all barriers.
It's different, really different.
Yeah, music is real different.
I think the way he thought, his thought pattern was totally different. It was difficult to say that Andrew was singing zouk or soca. It was a totally different sound, and the way he sang also, you know, the melodies, it was sometimes like a haunting tone you would get in certain, or some songs were heavily focused on music and rhythms, you know, so it is a totally different sound. So how do we classify that? And there are so many different influences, and there are a number of young artists who are researching the music of those who have gone before and who are still here and maybe trying to learn from that. Is that something that you guys do also? Maybe you look inward, and of course then maybe you might look outward as comparing yourselves and your styles with some of the reggae artists who are out there, and maybe seeing that there might be similarities, and these are some of the persons you can learn from.
I think for me, it could be similar to what you're saying, but to be more that, like, you listening to music and say Midnight, for example. We were talking about Midnight earlier, right? And for me, listening to that music, it's not that I would listen to it and be like, I want to try and be like this kind of vibes, you know, but you feel it so much now. You just feel the depth of it so much that naturally when you go to create your music, it just has that kind of feeling in it, you know. So it comes as a kind of organic process for me anyway.
But how do you stay true to yourself, JL, as to not allow yourself to speak somebody else's language?
Staying true to my own self. That's something I try to do most of the time. If not all the time. Because some people might come and say they want to go with something that going now. But you know to yourself you really don't want that. And how I stay true to that is by letting them know, yo, I don't want this so thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to make enemies.
Serious man thing.
Yeah.
Serious man thing.
Yeah. When it comes to music and friends,
yeah,
the part up.
Well, we don't fall out.
Yeah.
This is what I want.
This is what I want. I try my best not to go with it now, but think futuristic. Think about.
So you want your music to be more long term?
Yeah, long term. In other words, and be a step at the others, a step ahead always. So not because you're hearing somebody, all right. Not because you hear somebody bringing reggae music now singing about women and a woman, and you see that is what going, you go and sing about, bring a song about woman. I find that really make no sense. In other words, you just making your music limited.
But you know, I like how you went about talking about women, because some of us get caught up in the hype, and
exactly.
And there are a number of songs about women that are quite demeaning and degrading. What is your view on that?
My view on that, I mean, on that topic is that people sing, music is what they see. And for that to come about, had to mean that the musician or the person that was really doing it, they saw it. And they saw what it did to the crowd, and they took the chance, because around that time, it wasn't the thing. So they looked for something new, and that was one of the things that had people going with women demeaning themselves. But my thought on it is not where we want to head in this time and how things are going, not only in this country but all over the world. But we should come together and change the way that they view that now.
Would you sing a song like that?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Would you consider singing a song that could be deemed demeaning
to women?
But it may be considered to be a big song?
To me, you never know when a song is a big song. So, I do what come.
But you would see it in the lyrics. You would know what the lyrics are saying.
Yeah, well, the lyrics I wouldn't be how demeaning. If I do have to put out that kind of material, because I try to make a fusion of my music. I don't only do reggae alone, but reggae is one of my strong points, reggae and dancehall. But to say that a demeaning woman and having women being demeaning to themselves, I really don't feel that I will go that way. And it's all about the lyrics too. That is the main thing. And how it's no way to do it, it's no way saying, it's how you say it.
So if it's a real situation, you would sing about it rather than a made-up situation demeaning women.
Right, that's coming back to how I really put out my music. Yeah.
Accents, we're talking about accents. I wanted to come to you first, Marley, because you have the Marley name. When you hear a man talking, and talking to you good, normal, everything is good. As we say, he's vibes in with you.
He vibes with it.
And then all of a sudden you hand him the microphone, and we say, yo, yeah, check mic 1, 2, yeah, the thing called this, that, whatever. How you guys feel about it? And I don't know if you do it in your music style. I see you smiling at the same point in time. Is it this massive transformation from being 100% Trini to 2000% Jamaican at that point in time? What happens?
Well, every music have a influence and an accent behind it. Jamaicans, dancehall, they have a way. Well, them have the language they will speak. We as Trinidadians, we have a way we just speak too.
I see you're smiling and he's treading carefully.
This Spanish beat, this kind of bailar kind of thing. Them go out there, Kir Pasar, this kind of them go out there, them go hard them, So every music have a vibes a mood and a culture behind it. The spirit, it have a spirit behind it.
No, I'm not trying to get you off the hook here now, because I want you to give your own view. But could it be that by singing in a Jamaican accent maintains the authenticity of the product? So not singing in your natural accent and singing the song now in a Jamaican accent maintains the authenticity of the product that you're trying to sell. Is it that? Or is it just that, well, this is the way I sing. So when we sing in Jamaican thing, we sing Jamaican way, and then when I sing in soca, I sing like I'm from Trinidad and Tobago.
Commenting on that, I wouldn't say so. When we look at PSY, he had one of the biggest hits. It wasn't in English, it was in Chinese, I believe. And that was one of the biggest hits, and everybody was singing along.
Right.
But here in Trinidad and Tobago, I basically believe one of the reasons why is people always pressure you and make you seem like your accent or speaking broken language, as we will call it, is something bad, because I'll be having a conversation with my friends sometime, and I'll be like, oh gosh, what is this scene, dog? Think.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, you talking so bad? Speak proper English, you know? And I was like, we not from Trinidad. Even my moms and all, they'll be like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? And I was like, we from Trinidad. You can't go Jamaica and tell a Jamaica, speak proper English. You can't go England and say, speak Trinidad now. You can't go America and say, speak like Caribbean now. So I find we should embrace our accents and stop letting people say, boy, this is it. Some of the best songs. Look, I was watching a hip-hop video a while back. I forget the person's name, but he's from Belize or somewhere, and he was rapping in Trinidad accent and it seemed very fresh and new, and I was like, wait, don't say that, big up Trini, you understand? And is me using a Trini accent could be one of the big things. We just had to market it and stop fighting it down then. Not because they go away, you should start speaking Americans.
Yes, you touch down. Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
It's hot in here. It's hot.
I talking to some of my friends online and they're speaking, them no go in America and stuff.
20 minutes you touch down.
And then when they come over here, they spend out 6 months there and come over here and talk us. Where's all this scene, dog?
I know that there's been instances where persons returning from the US after a week and they're saying to you, this place is different, man. Anyway, we got our first caller on the line. Good evening. Welcome to Larry Talk.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Mark.
Good evening, sir.
Good night to Iceland. Well, I'm now listening to you all talking about, how we speak broken languages and right? Trinidad is a place that mimics all different languages. Actually, we're the only country that can mimic all languages. So if we are having a conversation with Jamaican people, so obviously we might start to talk like Jamaica or America, right? That is how it does go.
All right.
Right? Because I work around a lot of Spanish, and it's obviously,
So you're talking a lot of Spanish right through. ¿Qué pasa?
Yeah, right. When it comes to, what I want to ask you guys, right? As Mark asked you all, if you always stray from yourself, like sitting music, why, like singing a song to downgrade woman or whatever, right? When it comes to getting the money in the music industry, right? And somebody said, right, I want to make a collaboration with me, right? And it will make real money on this thing. Will you all sing it or not? The right to downgrade women, uplift women or what? Will you all sing a song collaborating with somebody else who wants you all to sing their way? Or you'll just stay true to yourself and just like, say, nah, I did.
Thank you very much. Guys, it's out there.
Speaking on behalf of the collaboration, what I really say, I'll do my part and leave the other artist to do his part, right?
But it's the same song.
Yeah, it's the
You're
same
still
song.
featured on the same song.
Yeah, we still-
Even though you're not singing you mightn't
the
sing that
part.
lyric, it's the same song, so your name
But-
is still being associated.
In that way, yeah, but I would just do my part and lead the artist. If it come to a state that way I don't like, I would tell them about it. But what I would say about that is everybody had their own opinion, right? I can't tell you your way is living wrong. Because you maybe find something in that that really comforts you and make you happy. And everybody had their own way of living. I can't tell Mali, hey, you live in Matura, that's wrong. And I can't tell you that. So,
But if it is that the person comes to you, you know the song, and you're iffy about the song, but you tell yourself on the other side, you know, there could be great benefit,
Outside.
either financially, or it could help propel your career 10 times more. And by putting your voice
on it.
on this song will help you in that way. But at the same point in time, there's a downer, because it puts down, it discriminates against some person, gender or otherwise. And what he's trying to get, would you do it?
Would I do it? I believe I would have to hear the lyrics and judge from the lyrics.
Yeah.
I would have to hear the lyrics first. Right now, I can't say yes, I can't say no. Not to say that I'll do it because it have a benefit outside, but I'll have to hear the lyrics first and see if it appealing to me. But if it's not appealing to me, I wouldn't do it.
And weigh the pros, how damaging it could be. You'll
How
decide that.
damaging in meaning how big it could be?
Damaging in the sense that how damaging it could be to somebody else.
So, according to the damaging, when I say then I want to get it straight.
I somehow
and
feel
clear.
that you'll sing this song.
No.
I somehow feel that you're
No,
going to sing this.
damaging, I want to be clear if it's damaging to the audience or damaging to the artist or damaging to me.
No damage to you, to
A listener.
yeah.
When, I won't partake. Once I don't feel it and see that it could have a very negative impact, I wouldn't partake. Because if it was up to that, I would have be a big artist right now, because controversies was selling these days, and with all the controversy going on, I could have jumped on board and do something very controversial.
And you know, everything is about timing, because sometimes controversy at the wrong time may not work.
May not work.
But if you look at some of the big songs also, they have that strong element of love. And it seems as much as they say love, one of the most powerful energies in the universe, because it connects us in so many different ways. And you could be the most notorious person out there. You have love. There's still a degree of love in your heart to somebody else, whether it's to a spouse or to a child. But there is each person is able to express and feel love to some particular degree. And it is maybe, it gives testament to why maybe sometimes the biggest song you will find, there is a strong element of love associated, no matter what genre of music it could be. And when you look at the type of music coming out, I believe that the Roman Vogos and all these other guys, they're singing about.
And don't forget Rashoti.
Rashoti.
Rashoti has some real good numbers. Watch out, my children, you know.
Yeah. Have you guys ever experienced, there's so many levels, I mean, when we're looking at it, music on the whole, and as an artist, we all look different. And there is sometimes levels of discrimination. It could be when it comes to airplay, you can't get no airplay, you meet blocks along the way. And when we look at each other, particular doors may slide open or be kicked open easier for some as compared to others. It could be based on your look, the way you present yourselves, or it could be based on ethnicity, color, whatsoever. Is it something that exists in the music industry that you live in? Is it something that you might have experienced or you might have seen, or is it totally totally does not exist for any of you?
It's an experience. Maybe not to do it with the success and that kind of thing, but it was interesting to me. I played a show a time in Normandy, and it was televised and aired on cable and thing, right? And I believe the song I was singing, you know, as you were saying, you know, you're looking around society and thing, and you see people suffering, and so you write songs to help people in the suffering and thing, you know. So I wrote a song kind of like that now. It's called Freedom. Freedom Will Come, you know. And it's not just for people suffering and poverty, but just human beings in general. All of us have some level of suffering now, you know. So anyway, I played that song, and then a few days later, I was liming with the man who had set up the show and thing, and he said he was watching the show with his friend or something. And when I was singing that song, and she watched me on the TV and watching my complexion and thing too, you know. She's like, what you know about struggle? You don't live on bread and butter, so and so, that kind of thing. So she didn't even listen to that song at all. No? She didn't feel that message at all.
And do you feel that sometimes as a, like, you start as at a disadvantage, or at a disadvantageous position, because people may look at you and say, this local white boy. He's a vanilla ice gold spoon guy. You know, but is that something that you see sometimes, that you have to sometimes feel that you have to prove yourself?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, growing up in Trinidad, being white is like, you're not from Trinidad, like that. My whole life is that shit. So I'm accustomed to that from now, but you know, I play music because I love to play music, and I write songs that mean something to me because it moves me and fulfills me, you know. So whoever wants to listen to that, whoever wants to accept it, something, cool. If you don't want to, that's cool too, because that's not what I'm looking for.
I believe this is where the power of music is, and music in my book should never be genre. Once you do music, you're doing music, and it should never be genre.
Or classified, yeah.
Or classified.
Yeah.
Because, like, when people see a white boy in rap, what? A white boy in rap? Where that come from? You know, but it's coming to come that is not being, like, you is a black boy, you should sing hip-hop. You is a white boy, you should sing pop. It's not coming. That drastically changing. Thanks to, I would say, some of the youths and them who really changing that thought and taking all that thought out of people's mind.
Yeah. You never know what could come.
Exactly. You go watch a boy and say, he had to sing positive music. Because you go watch a big man and say, he must be have a huffy tone, boy. But when you hear him and belt out and note, you're like, whoa, fat man. Boy. Yeah. So it come to change, man. But
and do you believe sometimes it works for you because people may have a particular perception of what you are and what you should be, and the element of surprise that always exists when you open and you start?
Long time it would have worked. Now it really wouldn't work. What will work for you now is having material.
What about marketing also?
Marketing, exactly. Marketing and promoting your material and getting your material out there. Being in the eyes of your fans and always connecting with your fans. Having you out there all the time then. Being consistent in what you do. And that is what really will get you out there. These days, I don't feel race or skin color really helping you in music. But it's more about getting your stuff out there, make sure it's of a good standard, of a good quality, and make sure you're always in the eyes of your fans and the public, and you're always there, always consistent, make sure your music there.
So is it that you try to gain, that level of consciousness all the time? But before you answer, we're going to hold on to that, and we're going to take a break and come back.
No problem.
Allow you guys to ponder on it just a little bit more. This is Larry Talk on TV4. We're having a good time. As we say, we vibes in here with the guys, and we're gonna chat some more. You can call us. Remember the 675-8747 and 675-8749. And if you never know, we might hear a little something from the guys and there, and from the experts, not the amateur. When we come back, so much more. Stay with us.
We need an area connection. Come and sit down at Trinidad and we say enough things are going. We need an area connection. We need an area connection. We need an area connection.
Every Wednesday is Sports Wednesday on TV4. Join us for the hardest-hitting sports talk show on all your favorite sport topics. Stream it live on www.gisltv.tv/TV-4. You can tweet the panel at Our TV, #Sports Wednesday, or you can call in and share your views. Watch Sports Wednesday every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. exclusively on TV4.
Better infrastructure, you know, is very important for better communities, for better homes, for business expansion, more efficient transport, and of course, a very quality of life that you will live. This is why my government has invested a great amount of time and resources in building the platform upon which a better future can be built for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We do that to ensure that as we move forward, as we advance community by community, each and every person must not only see progress, but they must also experience the benefits from it.
Join the talk. Tweet the panel using #LewiTalk. Comment on our Facebook page, Our TV4, or call in and share your views. Lewi Talk.
Hustle for the rest of my soul, and I will overflow.
We're back, Lewi Talk on TV4. Final segment, and you know, we've been talking to the guys right through. You heard them talk, you heard the voices, and I think I want to give them an opportunity for you to actually hear what they sound like. So real quick, we're going to start with Soulman, so you get a little taste of Soulman, and he's going to let you know how you can find him. And social media is so powerful these days, so you can check out Soulman. He's going to give you that info. So we're going to go from Soulman to Marley, then we're going to end up with Jail, and we're going to wrap up after. So Soulman, you know, give us a nice little something from some of your songs, because we've been vibes in and everything like that. So Trinidad and Tobago, TV4, Soulman.
You know, I normally accustomed to having always have my guitar and thing with me, but I don't have my guitar today, but we go pretend.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a pico, a pico.
What could that beat your reggae?
Yeah, it's hard.
Chink, chink.
Just gonna let the rhythm fill you up, fill your soul, fill your cup. Feel the music moving all around. Whoa. Feel the spirit as it comes, pouring love for everyone. Take a sip and brother, fill your cup.
And how, you know, contact information.
So right now I'm building a website, but for now, the social, I have Facebook. You can look up Soulman Music. That's SOLMAN, so like the sun.
So like the sun.
Soulman Music on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud.
Definitely. So we heard Soulman, everyone. You know how to find him. Let's check out Marley Palmer, Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, right now I'm going to take that same rhythm, Soulman, so kick off one time.
Tinkal.
We need that area connection. We need that area connection. Come and sit down at Trinidad and me say enough things are going. We need that area connection. Boom! We need that area connection. Bang diddly bang. We need that area connection. Come and say listen Papa man lip on the microphone stand. We need that area connection. Listen me. Arima connect up to Matura, Matura connect up to Asawa, and Sawa connect up to Aruka, Aruka connect up to Tacarigua, Tacarigua connect up to Balandra, Balandra connect up to Tunapuna, Tunapuna connect up to Amova, and Mova connect up to all over. We need an area connection. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, Trinidad people, you could get me at Facebook. Palmer, my number is 3959465. You could add me on WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
Yeah. Your elbow connected to your phone.
That is how we should do.
Oh boy. So we heard Soulman, we heard Marley Palmer. Let's hear JL now. You're taking the same thing?
Yeah, take now, man. This one is really As I say, what goes around me, man.
Yeah, comes out.
Yeah. Ask them. What them know about thinking about royalty, but all you know is poverty. What them know about having a mind full of dreams, but your pocket it have no money. What them know about seeing your mama cry and you're broke, so you can't do a thing. What them know about being a good soul, but only the bad ones win. Them watch my life and feel is a blessing. No, tell them not each stressing. Cause every day me see something depressing. And if I feel the joy in a life, it lessing. Cause first them judge you by your hair, and then them judge you by your skin. Hey, you know see that we put in a race, that we just can't win. What them know about.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
man.
Boom,
yeah,
as he
man.
says. Boom, boom. So that's JL, and let them know how they can reach you.
You can
JL.
contact me on Facebook. Just search JL. On Instagram, you can get me on JL Music. Twitter, Jamil GL Lovelace. Or you could phone contact 318-2082 or 336-9133.
You know, you gave out your number. The other day I was doing an interview, and when I asked the gentleman, I said, well, how can they contact you by phone? He said, oh, that's something different. He said, you can send an email, and I will try to contact you after that. Guys, it's been an interesting evening. You know, we found out so much, because I found out how the Tunapuna is connected to Mova.
Balandra.
Balandra is connected to
Matura.
It's been a wonderful experience learning so much about you guys, and you guys have so much to share, and I really do hope when a lot of the projects that you're working on right now comes to fruition that it will be accepted and given the type of love, you know, from, you know, by Trinidad and Tobago and the world at large, because you guys have, you know, you're inspirations to so many persons out there. Yeah. And I mean, I also say to, you know, to keep on going at it, and the times may be hard at certain times, but do not allow yourselves to be distracted or dissuaded at any point in time along the road.
I would say, as God bring the message, He give us the inspiration to do this music. Music is the vehicle, you know. You use this music to inspire others, you know, this kind of way. It have so many people out there need this message, because right now the world is in chaos right now. Satan trying to take over, you know, as we see it. So we as reggae artists, we have this mystical gift from the Father, you know, the spiritual music. So we just want to share it with everyone.
And since you started it, I want you to leave your viewers with something inspiring also, JL.
Just know to yourself, everything that's happened to you, everything happened for a reason. So sometimes you might be down. Don't look at it at usually loser in life, but after that down always come a high, which is very nice, and you'll enjoy that. So not everything bad happened to you really mean that, hey, you're bad lucky. After every bad comes a good man.
Yeah, man, so man. Share something positive with them.
My thing, I guess, the vibes with all my music too is, remember that there's more to life now. We are more than just bodies, and we are more than just our names and our personalities walking around the place, you know. You look at the stars at night and you see the infiniteness of the whole universe, you know. You look at the beauty of a flower, of a sunset, of these kind of things, and recognize that there's so much more. Life is so much more sacred than what we are accustomed to or what we accept normally, you know.
Yeah, man,
so,
Jaliv, man.
Ah, boy.
Yes, man.
Jaliv, you know.
Well, folks, I mean, guys, once again, all the best to you. Get them the beat again as we're going out there, because that's a real nice beat, man. That's the end of our program today. Coming up next is the sport program with Wayne Cunningham and Gregory McBurney. Hey. Hey, that's it for Larry Talk for this Tuesday. Leave it to the experts. My name is Mark Anthony. You can join me next week right here at 6:30. Guys, all the best to you. Wayne Cunningham, Gregory McBurney. What is up next right here on TV4? See you next time.